To understand the environment Jeremiah began his ministry in, we need to make a couple of steps back in order to see one very important factor. The factor that many people miss, it's just kinda slipping between fingers. And we begin with concubines, their role and place in biblical time society. In some translations of the Bible in different languages, the word concubine is heard as something very disgusting, though in reality the meaning of this word is just another one wife of a father. In polygamic societies, where it is legal to have several wives at a time. This is a very old tribal tradition that penetrated even to this very day some societies, not only in the Middle East, but also in the Central and Northern Africa. A concubine played a very visible role in the biblical society, the role we don't give much of attention now. When a father, patriarch, king dies, his firstborn receives everything. Death of a father and this transmission of the power to the firstborn is a very intimate, I even would say inside the family event. And there was a mood that was visible to everyone around. That mood that proclaimed, listen, the father is dead, now his firstborn is the next father. Something like king is dead, long live the king. And that mood was about the firstborn would enter his father's concubine. So when we read in the book of Genesis that the firstborn of Jacob, Israel, Reuben, entered his father's concubine Bilhah, actually Reuben did something even more disgusting than the prodigal son did to his father. In other words, he said, like, at least for me, my father is dead. After the death of King Saul, 10 tribes followed Saul's eldest son Ishbosheth, and we read in the second book of Samuel. Meanwhile, Abner, son of Ner, the commander of Saul's army, had taken Ishbosheth, son of Saul, and brought him over to Mahanaim. He made him king over Gilead, Ashuri, and Jezreel, and also over Ephraim, Benjamin, and all Israel. Ishbosheth, son of Saul, was 40 years old when he became a king over Israel, and he reigned 2 years. The tribe of Judah, however, remained loyal to David, and the length of time David was king in Hebron over Judah was 7 years and 6 months. And who brought 10 tribes to David? It was Abner, but Abner, before that, tried to lay with Ishbosheth's father's concubine named Rizpah. We read in the next chapter. Now Saul had a concubine named Rizpah, daughter of Aiah. And Ishbosheth said to Abner, "Why did you sleep with my father's concubine?" Abner was very angry because of what Ishbosheth said. So he answered, "Am I a dog's head or Judah's side? This very day I am loyal to the house of your father Saul and to his family and friends. I haven't handed you over to David. Now you accuse me of an offense involving this woman?" Ishbosheth did not dare to say another word to Abner because he was afraid of him. When Adoniah was pardoned by Solomon after Adoniah's attempt to be anointed as a king, Adoniah asked Solomon to give him his father's concubine Abishag. "Why do you request Abishag the Shunammite for Adoniah? You might as well request the kingdom for him. After all, he is my oldest brother." Yes. King Solomon pardoned just one man from those ones who were involved in Adoniah's attempt to be anointed as a king, and it was a priest Abiathar. Solomon summoned Abiathar and said to him, "Go back to your fields in Anatot. You deserve to die, but I will not put you to death now, because you carried the ark of the sovereign Lord before my father David and shared all my father's hardships." The first verse of the first chapter of the book of Jeremiah, we read, "The words of Jeremiah, son of Hilkiah, one of the priests at Anatot in the territory of Benjamin." Jeremiah lived in the times of the righteous king of Judah, Josiah. Seems Josiah and Jeremiah were of the same age, and Josiah was very much respected and loved by the people of Judea, and it seems that Josiah liked and supported Jeremiah. But the people of Jerusalem rejected Jeremiah from the very beginning, for in their eyes he was a guy from a priesthood family from Anatoth, so most probably he was one of the grandsons of that Abiathar who participated in an attempt of Adoniah's anointing as the king over Jerusalem. And in this case, again, we hear about a concubine involved in all this.